We built our walls on a mountain of pride, with gold in our veins and the stars on our side. I was the king of a world made of you, and every promise we whispered was true. But the marble is cracked and the banners are torn. I'm waking up cold in a kingdom of thorn. The throne is a shadow, the fire is out, the silence is louder than any old shout. I'm walking through hallways that echo your name, but the person who loved you is no longer the same. How do I rule in this city of dust when the iron of always has turned into rust? And I'm wearing the weight of a broken crown, watching the me to govern the middle of night. It's heavy to hold what we used to be. Now I'm just a ghost of your majesty. They told me that love was a fortress to keep, but I fell for the lies while the guards were asleep. Now the gates are all open, the treasure is gone, and I'm just a beggar waiting for dawn. And I'm wearing the weight of a broken crown, watching the tumbling down. You took the scepter, you took the light, and left me to govern the middle of night. It's heavy to hold what we used to be. Now I'm just a ghost of your majesty. The walls are all down, nothing is left but this broken crown. I remember the gates, they were wide, they were gold. The story of forever we both had told. The air was so light and the world was so still. We were dancing on top of a holy hill. I thought I had died and been reborn in your arms, safe from the shadows and away from the harms. But even the angels can fall from the grace, and now I'm a ghost in this beautiful place. The gold is all peeling, the white has turned gray, since you took your wings and you flew far away. I'm walking the gardens where the flowers have died, locked in the palace where we used to hide. Oh, it's a lonely view from the heaven of love, staring at the empty blue sky up above. I'm surrounded by beauty that I can't even touch, because losing you, darling, it cost me I'm tired of searching for the meaning in everything. I've replayed the ending until the tapes weren't thin. I've let the regret crawl underneath my skin. Every song on the radio feels like a trap. Every dream is a map with a permanent gap. I spent 1,000 nights fighting a war that I don't even wanna win anymore. I'm over the trauma, I'm over the why. I'm just a well that's finally run dry. I just want peace again. I want a morning where your name isn't the first thing I feel. I want a heart that's just a heart, not a broken spinning wheel. I'm tired of the haunting, I'm tired of the ghost, tired of being the one who remembers the most. Silence the sirens, quiet the rain. I just want peace again. I wanna sit in a room and I'll feel the void, to look at my life and I'll see what's destroyed, to go to the park and just see the trees instead of the ghost of us down on our knees. It's been a long winter inside of my chest. I'm a bird in a storm, just looking for a nest. I don't need the happy, I don't need the high. I just want a ceiling that looks like a sky. I just want peace again. I want a morning where your name isn't the first thing I feel. I want a heart that's just a heart, not a broken spinning wheel. I'm tired of the haunting, I'm tired of the ghost, tired of being the one who remembers the most. Silence the sirens, quiet the rain. I just want peace again. No more what ifs, no more could have beens, no more checking the door to see if you're coming in. I'm surrendering the flag, I'm laying down the blade, I'm stepping out of the mess that we made. Just a quiet mind, that's all I'm trying to find. No more storms, no more noise. I'm letting it go, I'm letting it be. I just want peace for me. They told me that the first one would be the hardest hill, that eventually the world would find a way to stand still. But the calendar keeps turning and the leaves are turning brown, and I'm still waiting for the day my heart stops breaking down. It's not a sudden lightning bolt, it's not a thunder crash. It's the way the morning light turns every memory to ash. I thought I'd be okay by now, I thought the ghost would leave, I thought I'd find a brand new way to finally breathe. But I find you in the groceries, I find you in the rain, the empty seat beside me on the early morning train. It's a different kind of heavy, it's a deeper kind of blue. To realize that the distance is only bringing me back to you. And I miss you more than I did yesterday, more than the words that I'm too afraid to say. It's a hunger in my spirit, it's a hollow in my chest, a heart that's forgotten how it's supposed to rest. Time was supposed to be the cure, time was the open door. But every second that you're gone, I just miss you more. I'm running out of stories, I'm running out of weeds, just a ghost of a person that I used to be. I trade 1,000 futures for one yesterday with you, to go back to the version of the life that we knew. Yeah, I miss you more than I did yesterday, more than the words that I'm too afraid to say. It's a hunger in my spirit, it's a hollow in my chest, a heart that's forgotten how it's supposed to rest. Time was supposed to be the cure, time was the open door. But every second that you're gone, I just miss you more, more than the silence, more than the light. I miss you more in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. I'm looking at the damage, at the glass upon the floor, at the way you're shaking as you're heading for the door. I wanted to be a shelter, I wanted to be a light, but I turn into the shadow in the middle of your night. The words are stuck inside my throat, heavy as a stone, watching you crumble while I'm standing here alone. I remember the promises and the way we used to dream before the thread started pulling at the center of the seam. I didn't plan the ending, I didn't see the fall, I didn't mean to build up such a high and frozen wall. But my sorry is a hollow sound against the rising tide, when I'm the one who's tearing out the piece you had inside. Oh, I never meant to hurt you, never meant to break your heart, I never meant to be the one who tore it all apart. I thought I was being honest, take it back tomorrow, I'd rewrite every line. If I could take the burden and make the sorrow mine, but the arrows already flying, and the wound is open and wide, and there's nowhere for a guilty man like me to go and hide. God, I never meant to leave those bitter words unsaid. I'm so sorry, I didn't know how much it would cost to let you go. I'm standing on the corner of the street we used to know, but the signs are all in a language that I can't read no more. I reach for my pocket to call you and say I'm late. Then I remember the silence, the lock upon the gate. My keys don't fit the door, my heart don't fit my chest. Since you took the sun away and headed for the west, the coffee's getting cold in a cup meant for two. I'm staring at the hallway, waiting for a ghost of you. I try to take a step, but I don't know which way is north, when every road I take just brings me back to all your worth. The bed is like an ocean and I'm drowning in the sheets, searching for a comfort that my body never meets. Oh, I'm so lost, I'm wandering in the dark, try to find a fire from a dying little spark. You were the compass, you were the steady light. Now I'm just a shadow in the middle of the night. Left me without a map, left me with the cost. God, I'm so lonely, oh, I'm so lost. Did you take the directions when you walked out the door? 'Cause I don't recognize this version of myself anymore. I'm a stranger in my skin, I'm a ghost in this town, just a heavyweight sinking, just waiting to drown. Clock on the mantle is a rhythm of pain, beating like a hammer, driving me insane. I've counted every shadow and memorized the wall, waiting for a phantom or a ghost to call. The moon is a witness, cold and pale and white, to the man I've become in the middle of the night. I reach for your shoulder in the gray of 3 a.m., but the space beside me is a desert again. I can still smell your perfume on the pillowcase, a cruel little haunting in this empty space. I try to close my eyes, I try to find a dream, but the silence in this bedroom is starting to scream. Oh, lonely nights, they never seem to end. The darkness is a lover and a bitter broken friend. I'm trading all my memories for a moment of sleep, but the promises you broke are the ones I still keep. Every hour is an ocean, every minute is a fight. Oh, lonely nights, oh, lonely nights. The stars are all marking the secrets I tell, living in a heaven that's turned into hell. I give up the morning, I give up the sun, just to go back to the day before we were done. where the air doesn't move. I'm tracing the ghost of a well-worn groove. You left without a splash, you left without a sound. But I'm the one here who's starting to drown. The shore is a memory I can't quite reach, just a handful of salt on a desolate beach. I look in the mirror, but the water is blurred. I'm screaming your name, but there's never a word. The silence is heavy, it's 10 fathoms deep. It's a secret I wake to, the secret I keep. I used to be steady, I used to be dry. Now I'm just a horizon where the gray meets the sky. And I'm drifting out on a silent ocean. No wind in the sails, no heart in the motion. Just miles of the blue and the cold and the dark. Looking for a lighthouse, looking for a spark. But the surface is still and the current is gone. I'm lost in a sea that goes on and on. They say that the tide always brings things back, but all I see is a world turning black. No wreckage to cling to, no piece of the whole, just the cry of a lonely wandering ghost. Yeah, I'm drifting out on a silent ocean. No wind in the sails, no heart in the motion. Just miles of the blue and the cold and the dark. Looking for a lighthouse, looking for a spark. But the surface is still and the current is gone. I'm lost in a sea that goes on and on. So quiet now, so deep. Just the soothe and the sleep. I used to think that freedom meant a solo flight, a lonely star drifting through the middle of the night. No anchor to hold me, no place to call home. Just a heart made of static, just a spirit of chrome. But then you reached out in the silence and gray and showed me that home isn't so far away. It's in the way you hold the space when I'm falling apart. The quiet, steady rhythm of your honest heart. You don't need the lightning, you don't need the show to be the only light that I ever need to know. I was a satellite spinning out into the blue until I felt the pull, Let the world keep turning, let the mountains fall. I'd lose it all tomorrow just to have you through it all. There's no distance too wide and no valley too deep for a love this profound, for a promise this gravity of grace, always you. The keys felt heavy when I put them in your hand. A final piece of glass in a castle made of sand. We didn't scream, we didn't even start a fight. We just ran out of reasons to keep on the light. I watched your taillights fade into the morning gray and felt the best part of my life just drive away. Inside to a house that wasn't mine, tracing all the shadows and the cracks in the design. Your ghost is in the kitchen, your scent is on the rug. I'm looking for a heartbeat, I'm looking for a hug, but the silence is a mountain that I can't even climb. A permanent reminder of the end of our time. And the stars didn't fall and the earth didn't shake, but I felt every piece of my spirit start to break. It was quiet as a whisper, cold as the snow, the heavy hollow moment that I let you go. I thought I was brave, I thought I was strong, but I've never been more lost, I've never been more wrong. Should I have reached out? Should I have begged you to stay? Instead of just standing there and watching you go away. Now the if only start screaming inside of my head like 1,000 cold words that we never quite said. torchlight is off, the fire is low. The night I let you go, the night I let you go. The sun sets early in this quiet house. I'm still moving like a ghost, quiet as a mouse. I haven't moved your coat from the hook by the door. I haven't swept the dust from my spot on the floor. Common sense tells me I should let the fire die, but there's a stubborn kind of hope that refuses to lie. My friends all say that time is a healing hand, but time is just a desert filled with shifting sand. I see a car in every shadow on the street. I hear your name in every stranger that I meet. It's a heavy kind of rhythm, it's a tired kind of game, playing house with a memory calling my name. And I don't know why I still wait by the window, watching the leaves and the bitter winds blow, knowing the truth doesn't make it any easier to breathe. Knowing you're gone doesn't mean that you'll ever leave. I'm a prisoner of maybe, a slave tonight, yeah, holding on to a sun that has already set. I could turn the key, I could walk away, I could find a brand new life in the light of day. But what if you return and the porch light is dim? What if you come back and I'm not here for him? It's the what if that kills me, the what if it stays. Yeah, I don't know why I still wait by the window, watching the leaves and the bitter winds blow, knowing the truth doesn't make it any easier to breathe. Knowing you're gone doesn't mean that you'll ever leave. I'm a prisoner of maybe, a slave tonight, yeah, holding on to some that is already set. Still waiting, still here, checking the door year after year. You're sitting right there on the edge of the bed, but you're 1,000 miles away inside of your head. I reach for your hand, but you pull it away like you're guarding a secret you're too tired to say. The TV is on and filling up the room, but it can't hide the shadow of this impending doom. We're sharing the ceiling, we're sharing the floor, but I've never felt like a stranger more. Your hello is heavy, your goodnight is cold, like a story we finished that's already old. I'm screaming in silence, just hoping you'll hear that I'm losing the person I used to hold dear. And you leave me lonely, a different kind of hollow, a different kind of pain to be standing beside you and still feel the rain. I'd rather you walk out and slam every door than to stay in this house and love me no more. The quiet is killing, the distance is wide. I'm a ghost in the world that you're keeping inside. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of pain to be standing beside you and still feel the rain. Still in the room, but you're already gone, leaving me lonely before the dawn. Sitting in a room full of empty frames, I'm calling out to walls that forgot our names. You didn't just pack up your clothes and your keys. You took the way I breathe, you took the summer breeze. You walked out the door with my peace of mind and left a hollow shell of a man girl behind. I go to the places where we used to hide, but I'm a stranger now with nowhere inside. You took the color from the morning sky. You took the hello and left a goodbye. Even the songs on the radio sound wrong, like I'm listening to a world where I don't belong. 'Cause you took the laughter and you took the light. You took the stars right out of the night. You took the plans that we drew to hold in my hand. I'm standing and shaking, and finally I see that when you left, you took everything from me. Was it not enough to just break my heart? Did you have to tear my whole world apart? You stripped the spirit right out of my bones. Now I'm king of a kingdom of dust and dispraise. Yeah, you took the laughter and you took the light. You took the stars right out of the night. You took the plans that we drew in the sand and left me with nothing to hold in my hand. I'm standing and shaking, and finally I see that when you left, you took everything from me. The house is still here, but the home is gone. You took it all. Now how do I go on? Turn the radio up just to drown out the air, but I still find the ghost of you sitting in that chair. It's in the kitchen tile where you used to dance. It's in the dusty light and the broken glance. I try to buy a TV just to hear a human voice, but the quiet in this house doesn't give me choice. The clock on the wall is a hammer on a nail. The sound of my own breath is starting to fail. I used to love the peace, I used to love the calm, but now the stillness is a sting inside my palm. You didn't take your shadow when you packed up your things. It's hanging from the ceiling on invisible strings, and your silence is everywhere. It's under the bed, screaming the words that you never quite said. It's a weight on my shoulders, it's a salt in the air. I turn around to find you, but there's nothing there. It's the loudest vibration, it's the heaviest tear. God, your silence is the only thing I hear. I'd take 1,000 screams